Welcome to Tina's Facebook Informative Timeline Survival Training. Tina is co-founder of Keep It Real Media, co-founder of Black Label Program with myself and Maria Goodell. And Tina, you're one of the world's leading social media experts, and what I'd like to do is just give you the floor because you've been kind of secretly in your lab for like the last few weeks kind of going through a lot of these changes, and I'll just let you take the floor.
Okay, everybody. Well, welcome to the Facebook Timeline Survival Training. Now, you guys saw that we were talking about bloodbaths and ugliness and all kinds of craziness. Well, truth be told, so many people were trying to scare the heck out of you because they wanted you to buy their stuff. Now, I don't want anybody to get scared, including you, Maria. You should really relax, sit down for a second and put your glass down because we have nothing to sell you here. Maria, are you scared? She's probably on mute.
Nope, not scared at all. This is good karma.
Right,
good karma
guys.
webinar.
Actually, good karma is the name of the game here, guys. We have nothing to sell you about Facebook timelines at this point in the game. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through some of the high-level changes that we have very strategically been surveying our peeps and peeps out there on Facebook and literally peeps that I have met out in the real world and asked them what scares them most, what makes them nervous. And literally today I was on a call with someone that had been at a workshop and I asked her, what makes you the most concerned about these new Facebook changes? And I kind of geared my webinar based on what this real person with a real business, the people that you all would be connecting with out there, what she had to say. So Facebook's Timeline Survival Training, presented by myself, Tina Williams, and the amazing Maria Goodell. You can see our pictures right here. And this is a Keep It Real Media production. Okay, guys, let's just move on here. All right, about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, many of you may have seen this. When you logged into your Facebook page, you may have seen coming soon new Facebook changes, been able to see the preview, and been a little scared because all of a sudden Facebook has got these changes coming out. They will be coming into effect in 3 days. 3 days. So in 3 days, whether you like it or not, your page is going to be converted over to the new timeline structure. So what does that mean? Well, bloodbaths aside, it means opportunity. Opportunity for you as a business owner yourself, because all of you guys on this call are here because you rock and you're in business and you're looking to move your businesses to the next level. And many, I'd say the good majority of you here are consultants looking to help businesses take their own businesses to the next level and utilize Facebook to increase their profits and build their businesses. Those of you in between, and some of you may be mishmashing on this, might be doing some online marketing, some internet marketing, some affiliate sales. All of this, to me, is a huge, giant, big plus because I see the changes that Facebook has made as opportunity, and I want to show you how that opportunity could be knocking on your door. Maria, you hear a little knocking? Boom, 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 boom. Hear some knocking?
Yep, sure do.
All right.
Oh, then my dogs are going to protect me now from that knocking.
Opportunities here. All right, but I got to warn you. I got to warn you right up front, guys. This webinar may cause information overload. It may freak you out a little bit because there is so much that I'm going to touch on and so much that I can't. I just can't because your brains would freaking explode. And we can't have any bloodbaths today. No brains on the wall, no nothing, because Maria, we don't have that liability insurance, do we? For brain explosions? Did you talk to the lawyer?
No, we don't. The lawyer doesn't have that clause.
Thank God.
Yeah,
okay, guys, we couldn't get it. It wasn't possible, so we will not be held responsible for any brain explosions and no bloodbaths. We're here to give you solutions to this problem. So just a little warning up front that could cause a little information overload, but that's okay. You'll see at the end, we got you covered, and it isn't going to involve your credit card. So let's get moving here. So what are you going to discover today? What are you going to discover? I'm going to give you an overview of the changes, and we're going to talk the talk of some of the new lingo. Facebook, with some of these things that they came out with, kind of created their own language. Highlighting and pinning and tagging is, oh my. You guys have seen us do the Dorothy webinars. Well, Facebook is forever creating their own language. The new look and the new feel. We're going to look at the cover and some of the other cool imagery. The name of the game here with Facebook right now is imagery. They do not want text. They don't want people talking at you. They want people talking with you, and they want you to create an experience on your pages by using images and video and really giving people, I can't say it any better than an experience on your page. Then we're going to talk a little bit about some strategies to survive, some rules of engagement, building those communities, and then we'll talk about taking it to the next level. I'm going to try to keep this around an hour-ish and be able to take about, half-hour worth of questions if we want. We'll maybe stay around 90 minutes. You're going to, and I'm going to warn you right now, say, wow, you could have stayed on for another 4 hours and we still wouldn't have all the information. But please, no worries, guys. This is not a race. And even though timelines are changing, April 30th or March 30th in 3 days, it's okay because the opportunities are there and the changes are going to come in slowly, and you're going to learn how to do this and how to engage and operate and develop strategies that are right for you. So relax and enjoy. So the new look and feel, the new cover image. Right now you're going to want to write down some of these things, but at the end of the webinar, you're going to see we have a little gift for you that if you don't write down these dimensions, we got you covered. The new cover image, that's the new lingo for that profile banner that we used to have on the left-hand side. That cover image is now 851 pixels in width and 315 pixels in height. For those of you who might not know what that is, don't worry, Fiverr, graphic artists, they can deal with it. The new profile image, which we're going to look at, don't worry, we're going to go live, is 180 by 180 pixels. And then the new app, and can I tell you, I've heard these called already, depending on who you talk to. The new app or view thumbnails, images, profiles, however you want to look at that. We're going to take a look at what each one of these are, is 111 by 74 pixels. So this is kind of a new look and feel. Again, imagery is the name of the game. Now, as you saw in Maria's tantalizing pictures, a researcher reports, this is the Facebook timeline impact. A researcher reports that brands are getting an average of 46% more engagement with the new timeline. And this was from Simply Measured. Now just take a peek at this. 46% before the timeline launch, since the timeline launch. This is fan engagement rate, annualized, a 14% increase. Truthfully, guys, timelines haven't really even launched yet officially. This is probably a lot of these stats are coming from the profile timeline. But the new timeline change for Facebook pages is going to be huge. You're going to see these numbers jump. Yes.
Tina, what's huge about that, sorry for interrupting.
Absolutely, no worries.
No, what I love about that is because there's a lot of individuals on this call who are consultants as well, marketing consultants, strategy consultants, and of course we teach you how to create million-dollar consulting firms. This is a huge statistic because most business owners, whether they're a small mom and pop shop or a big Fortune 500 company, need branding online. And the fact that this has more engagement, it just helps tremendously for a customer's brand. It's just huge. So I just wanted to reiterate that, Tina, because this statistic's phenomenal.
Well, I'm going to sneak a little tidbit in here, guys, that we're going to talk about later. That new imagery and that new cover is awesome. For those of you who are consultants, talk about opportunity knocking. There are definitely some don'ts. We don't want the Facebook police coming to get us, and we're going to talk about that next. We're going to go through some of these slides, and then I'm going to go live, come back to the slides, and we'll go live again. But those covers, first of all, they're very easy to put together. They can be changed regularly. Same thing as the little profile image and the app thumbnails. So for me, anything that could cause regular attention to it, regular change-ups, Cha-ching, Maria, you got your little cha-chinger? Because those cha-chingers are the things that could cause your profit zone to go crazy, because this is your recurring income. And this is where you get new clients. This is where you retain current clients and really take your game to the next level. So we're going to talk a little bit more in depth on that, but this is a big old cha-ching for me. So let's see. Red Bull is a good example. Now I'm just going to give you a little bit on the terminology here, and I think at this point we could probably go live. So let me just give you an idea of what some of the terminology is and what everything looks like. And Red Bull, Maria, don't we know something about Red Bull? Figured I'd use them as an example.
Yes, we do. They're actually one of our clients.
Oh,
yeah, okay. They're one
just,
of our clients, actually.
Saying.
Yeah.
Yes. Honestly, and full disclosure, we did not create this, so this is not of our creation, but it is. They are a client, and I thought it'd be a great example to show you because they are one of the groups out there that are doing it pretty right. There's definitely some things I change up going forward as we move on with them, but this large image right here, the one that we just told you the dimensions on, this is called the cover. This image here is called your profile image, and each one of these is called, depending on who you talk to, your app thumbnail or your app view. Now what's really cool is you can actually go up to 12 of those, but just taking a peek, here is the description and the about. Here's something that we'll talk about changing up a little bit, but here's where you put your about information, and this is just some definitions on the terminology. So essentially, this is what your cover looks like, your profile image, and your app images. So why don't we do this, guys, before we, well, you know what I'll do first, guys? Let me pop on to the next slide, and then I'm going to go live for you. I'm going to tell you how to save yourself from the Facebook police. Okay, because nobody wants to darn Facebook police after them. On the cover, Facebook made some, I don't know, it depends on how you look at it, some crazy guidelines. One of them is price or purchase information such as 40% off, or download it at our website, or get it now. Anything that is considered a coupon, a call to action, a hard call, you cannot have it on that cover. Zero chance of it. Contact information, website address, email address, mailing address, or any other information that is intended to be in the page's About section. And we're going to take a look at that. Zero. They don't want to see any of it. Sharing of any other Facebook sites, calls to action such as get it now and tell your friends. Many of you may have remembered that in your profile banner and in your tabs, we could direct people to like your page, get it now, tell your friends. Very common in the profile banners that we used to create. We used to point down at the bottom that said tell your friends or share this page. Can't have it. You can't have any coupons, promotions, or advertisements in that cover either. So it's the land of no, kind of. But again, opportunity knocks. Cover photo should not be primarily text-based or infringe on anyone else's copyrights. Now, if any of you want, you can go right now to KIR, keep it real, deals.co/FB source. That is a free, it's a Facebook source that will give you all the information you need on that. I thought it was one of the best ones they had out there, that will give you exactly some information on what they expect and what these terms are. So that comes right from Facebook, and you can go to keepitrealdeals.co/Facebook source, and it'll give you some more of these guidelines. I got these guidelines right from them, guys, so I didn't make them up or anything like that, but Facebook is really being relatively stringent. Now, what's going to happen to you? Are the Facebook police going to come with handcuffs? I don't know. They might come to Maria's house. Maria, you have the dog. You have your doors locked, right?
I'm a big black lab.
Just checking. Just checking. Okay. So they might come to her house, but the rest of us might be okay. They're not, from what I understand right this second, They're not going to randomly shut down pages because truthfully, and again, opinion, I don't really know clearly how they're going to monitor this. This is going to be a crazy monitoring system, but one thing, Facebook, I can tell you, when it comes to asking permission or, you know, I don't do that. I don't play those games with them. Just follow their guidelines because, man, you got a page with like 50,000 follower fans or you're really rocking on your page, getting a lot of community interaction on it, and they take your page down, you're up the creek without a paddle. So I would abide to their rules. You could push the envelope a little bit, and I'm going to give you a little tidbit that we will talk about in our newest challenge coming up, how to push that envelope. And right now, this envelope is okay to be pushed. We have not found any reason not to in all the sources I've checked. You can use mobile marketing integration on that timeline, and in our social challenge, we might be talking about it. So guys, just hang with that. QR codes and some text is not necessarily considered direct calls to action right now. So here's your land to know. Don't put calls to action. Don't put things like your website, your phone number, or anything like that. There's a lot of ways that we can play branding games with that profile cover and or that business cover that we can really engage your audience. And truthfully, many people out there don't necessarily want to be clicking away. They want to be stimulated, and that we can do. Maria, how are you on stimulation?
How do I want stimulation?
How are you on stimulation, I said. All right, we'll skip that one. All right, so many of you guys are freaking out here. And then I'm going live. Default landing tabs are gone. Oh my, holy Hannah, you guys are freaking out. Everybody's like, oh, they don't have the default landing tabs where you can bring them before they like your page. They get put on a default landing tab. Guys, live in a lemonade world. That's okay. There are so many other tools right now, including those little app thumbnails that are rocketing, and truthfully, as far as I'm concerned, a heck of a lot better than the banner, the ads, or I'm sorry, than the default landing tab. To improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. So take that Winston Churchill quote into consideration. To improve is to change. Facebook is changing as well as we are. To be perfect is to change often. That line in and of itself is going to be your profit plan using these new changes. So Maria, remember that. To be perfect is to change often. So who wants to go live? Maria, you feel like going live? Give it a shot?
Let's go, let's go. There's got to be watch out. Hopefully we don't have any Kama Sutra tea or shenanigans going on.
Okay, no, we'll try to behave ourselves with that. Now, has there been any questions that have been significant that you were like, oh, you really got to answer this one?
You know, I've been taking notes of some, which is really cool because this is, you know, a lot of people are asking certain things. James Chapman, I think, was a good question I'd like to ask you. Can you put a CTA, otherwise known as call to action, on the app thumbnails such as get great deals or click here to win?
Ah, good answer. Great question. And we are going to directly answer that because, yeah, absolutely, my friend. That is exactly where we're going with that. And can I tell you the utilization of that? I am not going to go into how you can do that with Facebook ads and take it offline because that's something we'll talk about in the next couple of weeks. But absolutely, that is something that you are going to not only want to do, but you're going to have to do. And then taking that call to action that's on those thumbnails and bringing it into your content and bringing it into your other platforms is going to be where you rock the house.
And one last question that was really important because it's recurring throughout this, and we have hundreds on the call. Some are experienced with Facebook, some are just beginning with Facebook. A great question is from numerous individuals. Is this for all pages, business pages, or does it affect your personal page as well? Is it the same for author, speakers, ministries?
It's going to be across the board, every page, and your timeline for your personal page you should have updated already. If you haven't, then you know what? Go for it, dude. You know what? Because it's going to be, many people don't like it. I'll be honest. I think it's a little busy myself as well, but it's utilization and strategy that will make it be the game changer for you. But yes, it is for everyone. It has already been in effect for personal profiles for quite some time now. It is new to the fan pages, which are now timeline pages. What you call it is your choice. Everybody's calling it. I've seen it called several different things, but it will be universal, period.
And one last question, and it's something
Sure.
that we just need to address. I think this is so important to address because of our experience with once Facebook makes changes, it's never permanent the first day, like on April 1st, April 2nd. So Joseph asked a really pertinent question. So since you'll be doing a lot more explaining during the challenge, which folks really starts after April 17th, any suggestions on what we should do between now and then? And, you know, the reason we chose the challenge to start later in April rather than the first week of April, everyone, Tina can address it best, but simply we would teach you probably wrong stuff the first week of April because we've known this in the past 100% all the time, 10 out of 10 times it happens. Facebook sometimes changes some of the changes. So we know to be more stabilized by the third week of April, and that's why the Ultimate Social Challenge doesn't start until then. So I hope that explains to all of you why that is. If you want to add
We're watching it and we're playing with it, guys, just like you. Because there's going to be strategies that other people find, and Maria and I are full disclosure, guys. We connect with many of the main mentors out there as well as Facebook directly because we want to. It's so hard. Many of you guys are brand new to this. Some of you are in between. Some of you are higher level. But our job is to be state-of-the-art and cutting edge. That's why we kind of chilled out and really, like literally, can I tell you, Maria, every time I talk to you, no, I'm studying Facebook timelines. Every time I talk to Maria, I was like, no, can you leave me alone? I'm looking at the timeline changes. There are so many strategies that, you know, we can put into place. And as we move forward, some of those may change. Facebook may change some rules, guidelines. I've already seen some of them done. I'm not going to go back in this particular webinar go through and tell you about the things that have already been changed, but there's some really cool things coming up, and really putting them together as a big package and showing how to use them for yourself and for your clients is going to be essential. But we don't want to jump the gun because Facebook is pretty intuitive, I think, and I know some of you may think they're a pain in the butt, but I think they're relatively intuitive and relatively reactive to their community. So we'll see what happens, and we will watch it. That's our job. We got the net underneath you guys. That's what we're doing here. So you guys are actually going to watch me, and Maria, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
This is my Facebook page, guys. It's Tina Williams' page, and this is the page that I'm going to see in between. So let's go back to my old design, and you'll see it's actually changed my profile banner. Here's the page that I showed you before, and this is what many of you may be looking at on your own pages or on clients' pages. Very typical, what you're used to. Okay, you can see all of this. We'll click a couple of likes here so that you guys see. I'm live. I'm not Memorex. So we're here. I know many of you guys are like, oh, they do. Some people do so many webinars that are really like evergreen
nice
webinars.
Picture. That's Tina when she was surfing La Jolla almost 2 weeks ago in La Jolla. Yeah. That was so awesome.
Well, I was busy like breaking my hand and hanging. Maria and I were hanging out with who were
Frank
hanging
Kern.
out with Maria? Frank Kern.
Yeah.
So guys, I want you to take note of something. This webinar is not only to show you some of the high-level changes, but to show you how the possibilities are endless. You'll see on my page, because I've been playing on my page, Maria and I have been a little busy surfing. See these little squares right here? I want you to take note of them. Put that image in the back of your head. This one and this one, and we're going to talk about them later. And we might actually have a couple prizes for people who remember what to do with those. So this is what happened. I come to my page and they say preview, and I'm like, okay, my page is changing, blah, 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 preview. So here's what happens, guys. When I go, and here's my admin panel, it gives me the opportunity. Now I've been playing on my page, and for those of you who aren't quite ready, you do have 3 days. You can go back and forth just like I did. Here's your admin panel, but I had not published my page until right now. Are you guys ready? Maria, countdown. 3, 2,
3, 2,
7,
1.
3, 2, 7. Boom, publish. All right, guys, you want me to publish my timeline?
Yes,
right in front of your very eyes. There you go. That's done. Okay, so
Paul says those are signs for a gold mine, Paul says.
Yeah, oh, can I tell you? I'm like rocking. Wait till you see, I actually have a gold mine in here for something else I did. But you know what, guys? Yeah, there's there's a gold mine here. So I just published my timeline, so I will never be able to go back to that old one again, especially after the next 3 days. But here on top, you can see the admin panel. When we talk about taking your business to the next level, we're going to touch upon this. This in and of itself is something that I'm not going to go in depth on because there's so much involved in this, but I want you to take note of build your audience and the new insights and page tips and the way this is structured, because this is your best friend, this admin panel on top. I'm going to hide it for right now so that it doesn't distract you guys. And look at it, Facebook tells me congratulations. View all of your pages. Nope, I'm not going to do that because I'd scare you guys. I have like 300 pages that haven't upgraded yet. So Maria, what do you think of my new timeline cover?
Oh my God, it's awesome. That's Veuve Clicquot champagne we're having at Grand Del Mar Resort on the top right-hand
Trish
side.
might be on the call.
Oh, yeah, because she looks at the expenses of the cost of the bottle of champagne. And that's Tina's picture there, and behind there is a gorgeous Rolls Royce, which we got to experience the thrill of getting in a Rolls Royce, all that fun stuff. Yeah, I love that picture. It's fantastic. And there's no call to action around it, just a really great quote.
Yep.
Build community around your business.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
it. That's one of our best quotes, and that's what you guys are here for, because we're building community.
Let me say a few things from the individuals on this call, which is just fantastic. Cheryl Bradley saying, gosh, so many comments just came in so fast because we have hundreds on the call. I missed it, but it says, your cover shows your brand brilliance. So just love that. Wow, Rosalie says. And Derby says, how did you do that? So nice. And Helen's asking, so you can put professional logos, question mark? Absolutely.
Yes. The logo doesn't say anything about who we are. Now, again, I want to preface this that you can even put a QR code, but I didn't, for this particular thing, for this particular webinar, I chose not to because I like the way this came back. But yes, and we will talk about how to integrate that and integrate your social platforms and your other platforms when we get to the social challenge. So you guys are going to be super excited about that. So Maria, what do you think? Let's do it, eh?
Trish just Skyped me saying, bad girls. She saw the champagne.
Oh, bad girls. All right. Maria, I told you, darn it. You're getting us in trouble.
King is saying, you look fantastic. And
yeah, Andy made me a little chubby here, but that's okay.
Can you... At least you're not in a toga.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Hey.
You know what? There's a question, a really important question. Can you use, it went by so fast, but it's really important. I think Mercedes asked it. Can you use the company name, question mark?
Yes, you can absolutely use your company name. What you can't do is say, here I am, go get me now. Imagery, they want you to brand yourself. And I have a couple of examples, and I'm going to be talking a little bit more about Dove, and let me bring up my other browser to,
and Syed said something awesome. He said, hot, this is a photogenic marketing 101 as well, because that's
absolutely.
Right, images is so cool. Look at, the Old Spice, that's hilarious, okay.
Yeah, can I tell you, I love this Old Spice guy, and there was another one that I found the other day. I was like, let me see if I can find it. It was a Captain Morgan one.
Yeah.
That I was like, theirs was really good too. Captain, I forgot to bring it up for you guys, but theirs was really cool. And let's talk about this right now, guys. Let me bring Captain Morgan up. Captain Morgan, let's talk about branding and imagery right now because that's pertinent to where we are in this, and I want you guys to understand this part before we go any further. The imagery in this. Captain Morgan, do you see how you can actually bring this? This is two separate images. And you know what? I'm going to give you a little sneak peek right now of what you guys are going to get as a gift from Maria and I. All of those
We're not
images,
charging for that? What? We're not charging for that?
No, we got to pay for the darn champagne. All right, guys. No. See, we had this created. All right, don't tell Maria, guys. Shush, she's pretending she's not on the webinar. But see how we created this for all you guys, and you're going to get a link to this, where this is your Facebook's cheat sheet. I also have a guide that we'll be delivering, but that will be part of our social challenge that you'll get that too. That you know what, honestly, by the time I got to like the 50th page, I was like, I don't have time to finish this. Full disclosure, Maria and I are real people. We do this. We have people who do it with us, and I wanted it to totally rock for you guys, but there are so many things that we're going to go over today that I wanted to express in the guide, and work with our favorite tool, WP Fan Pro, so I wanted to really get it out to you guys. So for right now, you're going to get that cheat sheet, you got the source, and we're going to look to give you a little good karma at the end of the game. So here's Captain Morgan. What more needs to be said? You know, very honestly, I want you to look just at the cover and the profile image here. These are two separate images. Note to self. If for those of you who are consultants, these can both be changed regularly. My goodness, if I had a client that had specials or had like a great pair of shoes on here and just wanted to put those rockin' red shoes on there, no call to action, because we're going to talk about call to action down here, or put that call to action here. Here, strangely enough, guys, in this profile image, you can have a call to action. Let me just pop on over and show you a couple more that I thought were kind of cool while we're at it. Coke, Old Spice, lots of fun. But make note of something. Click this. Goodness gracious, it is an image. It's a photo. Now, they are not making as good of use of it as they can, but I'm going to show you a little something on my profile that you can learn. So let's close this. Let's pop on over to here. And if I click on this image, and I left this blank for a reason, this is an image in my photo gallery. I can add a description, and I can tag it. So I can actually put in here, http:// just for the fun of it. Maria, where would we like to go? Would we like to go to Black Label, or would we like to go to
KeepItRealCoaching.com. KeepItRealCoaching.com brings them to Black Label Systems. That's fine. KeepItRealCoaching.com.
Keep it
cool.
real coaching.
Oh no, you're doubling it.
Am I not spelling it?
You already had some
guys.
wine, didn't you?
I did. Can I tell you, I haven't eaten all day, and I need food before I drink, so I'll have a little sip just in case. And it is a Black Label bottle, a Francis Coppola bottle. It's Black Label after our Black Label program. And, you know, Maria, I actually contacted them. You know, they can actually put our logo on that.
You know, if you can't spell it, just go blacklabelsystem.com.
No, I can spell it, dude. Relax here, Francis, Buttercup. I'm just showing them. All right, and now I'm going to tag you. How do you like them apples? Guys, but watch.
Funny.
Maria, Dallas, and Trish, just because you're quiet there, I'm going to show you. Now, guys, you know what? And we have fun with this. And let's say, where am I going to be today? I was at Howard Park, so let's go. Done editing. Now, all right, now you guys probably think that that's all right. That's not a big deal. Let me like it here. But for those people who come here that may click on this image, they're going to see a call to action. How strange is that, Maria? They might be able to. What do you think about that?
I think that's pretty awesome.
So utilizing the imagery here, and guys, this is not the best example of it, but we can show you more examples of this in the future. Do you see how we very strategically put our logos here? The eye travels, and Maria, I know I'm not the best at that. Maria, you totally rock at this, but the eye travels this way, and this is what the design is when I asked, because you can no longer press people to the like. You can't put the arrow like we used to have, like our page now. So if you create this banner and designed with stars or your main imagery on the right-hand side, people's eyes travel from left to right here. Because this is a box, and what I would experiment with, guys, and another little tidbit that you're not going to see in my PowerPoint, but you might want to write it down, in the image that you put in the profile banner, put a red box around it. That will call people to click on it.
Nice.
Just saying.
Tina, Donna's made a great comment saying, oh boy, this is so sweet. The possibilities are endless. Yes, ladies, you rock. And Christine Gregory's asking, how many people know about this? The one where you click the profile photo. Yeah, you know what? Someone's probably going to make like an info product out of it.
When you guys see a WSO on that, just know it came from me, okay?
Yeah. Or give us like 100% of your revenues and leads when you steal from what Tina just showed you. No,
guys, you know, we're here for you. We're keeping it real, and this one's on us, guys. This one's for you.
And James Chapman says, this is freaking brilliant. And I was just going to say LOL to that, and everyone can see his comment.
All right, guys. Well, that's what we're here for. So these are, as you see, I did not put these in the PowerPoint. Why? Because, full disclosure, we have the Ultimate Social Challenge where we're going to rock the house. And if you're not in it, you know, you better be taking some kick-ass notes right now, because we're going to be showing you how to take these strategies that I'm throwing out to you to the next level, how to really utilize those. So what I just told you, the red box, the imagery, stuff like that, write that down or get in. It's not even available, so, you know, don't have your credit cards out now, because the only way you can get it is you can get it for free, and we're going to tell you how to do that next. So this is just a little bit of strategy here. Now, two of my favorite spots here, and guys, I apologize if we go longer, but there's so much, and I cut so much out of this. But here, build community around your business, and your community will build your business around you. Black Label System. This is my About page. Do you see clearly? I have Consultant Business Services. This is the category that was chosen when I actually created my page. And this is a call to action. Be very cautious of the characters that you're using here, that you want this call to action to be above the fold. And I can tell you, see here, see, and I'm just going to show you. See here, and see here. Now, who do you think is better? Maria, what do you think? Go look. Link, click,
you rock. That's why all those other, you rock. That's why all those companies got to hire us, man. Look at that.
Just saying. You know, right above the fold, guys. Right above that fold, you have that link, and it's clickable right there. Now, photos, for instance, here. Now, I want you to look very carefully at this, because I'm going to have a little, you're going to be able to win something later by looking at this, and I want you to look very carefully. These are your thumbnails. What's very cool about this is that you can there's actually an opportunity for 12. As you see, I haven't developed my page fully. One reason why I have not done that is because we will be doing that in our challenge. But like me, the question that was asked earlier about that, absolutely. Not only can I swap positions, and let's do that with videos so you can see it here, but I can actually go in and I can edit the settings. And I can change that from like me to trust me, call me, whatever you want.
Call me.
Whatever you'd like to have here, guys.
Red wine me.
Red wine me, whatever you'd like, guys. So this is very significant. Now, we're going to talk a little bit more in depth on that in our next couple of slides here, because I don't want to freak you guys out. Again, the default landing tab is gone. So sad. Lemonade. Remember that slide I showed you with the lemonade? Who cares if that default landing tab's not there? You're going to bring people here. You're going to create your imagery so that it drives them here, and you're going to name these thumbnails appropriately, so your people are going to say, like me, call me, love me, buy from me. Whatever you want in here, you can move these around. And this is where your call to action is going to be. So for me, I am so psyched that the default landing tab that was such a pain in the neck is not there, but it is still something that you can utilize. Those tabs have taken a new turn. Their sizing and their utilization rocks even more. So let's, you ready to go back to the slides? Yeah.
Beverly has phenomenal insight on this, saying this is Tina's inside tab secrets.
You guys can't get away from that tit stuff. You know, guys, it's a B. You know what? It doesn't, you know, there are more, you're not going anywhere. Maria's hurt with her little tit concept. You know what, guys? If you guys might laugh and say, oh, my God, why do they always bring that stuff into it? Because here's the gig. When we bring in things and fun stuff like that, you're going to remember what we're saying. NLP, Queen Maria, Queen of, she can get beat by bridges in Brooklyn. When we bring in this type of imagery and this type of verbiage in here, you're going to remember what we're saying, because you're going to say, oh, that's right, that was the TIT concept, and you'll remember it. So some of you who may be saying, oh, gracious, these ladies, we're doing it we don't do anything without purpose, and we do everything methodically. That's why for those of you who are new, hang with us, because you're never going to forget what we say. So far, how's this, Maria? Do you mind if I pop on over and I go back to my slides for a sec?
Oh, go for it. No, this is fantastic. You're getting just such accolades through everyone live on this webinar. Fantastic.
Cool beans. So let's go from the current slides. And all right, guys, so we're back to here where we're talking about, I'm not looking at the questions, guys. Maria's doing that. So we're back to the default landing tabs being gone because I know, talk about the bloodbath. You guys were freaking out about that. Oh, my God, I don't have that default landing tab. How am I going to get them to opt in? How am I going to get them to like lemons out of lemonade? We are going to be perfect, and we are going to change often. And I'm going to show you a little bit on how to do that. So Dove, one of my favorite examples on this, rocking it with the new apps. Your call to actions go here. Now, very honestly, I'm just saying, I would have chosen better calls to action in here. Like, I don't know if you can see YouTube. Photos is standard. It is a static tab. But Dove, skin, men care, healthcare, boring, boring. I would have chosen better verbiage in here, but still, hopefully you can see that these 12 images that as people learn to, click this button so that they can view all of them, what the great part is, another tidbit, write it down, we will expand on it in the social challenge, is renaming these and moving them so that you are rotating these regularly for your clients. The act of rotating those banners or those profile thumbnails or app thumbnails, rotating them based on the current activity in the pizza place, coupons, discounts, specials. Maria, could that cause increase in profits for our consultants?
Absolutely. Conversions, engagement, everything. So
Exactly.
Statistics to just love, especially if you're a consultant, to show your clients as well.
Exactly. You show them a picture like this. You tell them that you'll have better calls to action, and you'll be able, these ones right here. Photos is static. You can't change that. But these three right here can be changed daily, weekly, monthly, on call, and we'll show you a little bit of way that how you can drag them into your mobile marketing. But these can be changed regularly. For those of you who are consultants, you want to take that into consideration because that is where your recurring income comes from. That's where you go from the one-off clients where you're getting, I don't know, I don't get less, I'm not going to judge for me, but like, you're going to get like $1,200 to a Facebook page or $9.97 to a Facebook page to getting that $500 and more a month because of the opportunity that's knocking by rotating this, rotating these banners, rotating these thumbnails, changing their specials up, and really then taking these particular thumbnails and driving them to the wall. So those people are coming into the walls using highlighting and pinning and milestones, which we're going to talk about next. You're going to see how this is going to change the game for you as consultants. All right, guys. So strategies to survive. Custom tabs are now called apps. We talked a little bit about that. The actual image is 114 by 774. Those are pixels. Now the app, when you open it up, and we'll take a look at that, is an 810 pixels wide. That so rocks. If you guys remember, Facebook cut us in cut us a leg off there. They made it down to 520. This is opening the door. Many people are, oh my God, I got to do my tabs all over again. Maria, hear anything? Hear some knocking?
Yeah, I hear some knocking.
Oh my gracious. So guys, the fact that this is opening up, and for those of you who have been with us for a while, WP Fan Pro is going to be moving so that they're going to be adhering to that, and you're going to see some cool changes coming from them that is going to make it so that those tabs fit that 810 pixel width, and it's going to have some cool changes that will show you how to utilize those tabs, because those tabs, no holds barred. No handcuffs, no nothing. You can have your call to action there. You can have your like your page. You can strategically set that up with your list building strategies, with your opt-in boxes, with your calls to action, everything. Now, those thumbnails, the photos, the videos, the notes, the likes, and the events, they are considered static. But photos will always be first. There's nothing that we can do about that except utilize it for our advantage. change the photo regularly and include it a call to action. I'll touch upon that in a little bit. But videos, notes, and likes, and events, what's cool about them is we can rotate those babies around. We can move them around like I started to show you. So because the thumbnails can be moved, we can use them to our advantage, and we can create photos that are appropriate for our calls to action. You can have up to 12 apps, which we briefly looked at on the Tab page, shown on your timeline. And for those of you who are like freaking out with that welcome thing, that the Reveal tab and the light gating functionality, it does work. It's got a little bit of glitches in it. I've been personally testing it myself while Maria and I were like in hibernation here. It works on some pages, it doesn't work on others. I have sent in my own inquiries to Facebook as well as looking at others. They are working on it. They know it's a glitch. And truthfully, what I'm finding with the WordPress base that WP Fan Pro has, and you notice we have not given you a link for it yet because we don't want you to get it right now. We just chill until it upgrades. They are going to be making some changes that will adhere and make it work so that Reveal tab light gating functionality still works, and we'll be able to utilize it on our timeline, and it'll rock your house. Maria, how do you like those strategies?
Pretty amazing. Everyone's just like seeing so much opportunity knocking. It's not even funny. Yep.
Okay, guys. Well, you know, and again, I apologize if you're not going in depth on this, but because it would, like you saw that picture, spin your head off sideways, and you'd be in information overload. And Maria and I don't have insurance for bloodbaths. Just saying, we can only give you just so much right now.
Well, you know, there's a fantastic question that came in from Tim that we should address now, because this is really why we're talking about turning opportunity into profits. Tim's asking a question: what happens to businesses who are caught off guard and haven't done anything? How bad will their old page look, and how difficult is it for them to fix it on their own?
Oh, goodness gracious. Would you like to look at that?
Yeah.
Okie dokie, let's go live, because I can show you an example, and I'm just saying, and hopefully this person's on the webinar today, because I don't want to embarrass anybody, but let me
You're embarrass me, aren't you?
No, I am not. You know what? Trust me, my friend. Paybacks are a bitch, and I'll get you later. I'm going to show you, let me see if I can find this person. I was actually talking to a person earlier today, lovely woman, who was part of a chamber event. And if I can remember, gosh, Linda, here we go. I'm going to show you this. Great question, and this is why we are, guys, I'm just going to tell you, we are not Memorex. You have us live. We are showing you this as your questions come in. Here is a person that I talked to earlier today, because she was part of one of our Black Label delegates, did a workshop, did amazing on it, has already closed 2 people. I don't even want to give you numbers, but the second one's a nice little tune, and this is another possibility.
Well,
this is what
come on, we've got to say some numbers and brag. I mean,
all right. So far,
yes.
it was
yes.
it was a $1,200 with $500 a month, so a $7,200 contract.
$7,200. Hold on, stop. $7,200 contract. Our Black Label delegate got in 30 with a 30-minute strategy session that we taught them how to do.
Exactly.
Hey, we got to talk about it, because we want all of you to think big. Get out of this $500 service business that you might be in,
exactly.
or selling $17 ebooks that you might be in. How many $7,200 contracts do you need to close per month to be a pretty happy camper that month?
Now, the second one is going to be a $2,000 startup with at least a $500 monthly. So, because I'm not good in math, I can't tell you what that will end up happening at. And this person has not had their strategy session yet. However, in their pre-qualification call, in the conversation that we had, she is already prepped for the $1,297 package, because we literally segued, which we normally don't do in our pre-qualification calls, but it was pertinent in this particular call, to segue to look at her page. And she literally, while we were on the call, tried to change this, and she's just like, I don't know how to fix it. She's like, he'll help me with that, won't he? And I was like, yeah. I said, and he'll offer you a package for it. So guys, it's doable. Maria, do you see how that is simply doable? She had no idea how to get this white space here, how to move this page, and how to change this and how to make these, when I showed her an example of a page that was done properly, how to make this change. So do you guys see how easy this is? It was easy peasy.
And Paul is saying that easily what you just showed to fix is a $1,297 package.
That is exactly what we're pitching, dude. So you rock on. Yep, $12.97 with a $500 a month to show with, and what we've done, and this will be, you know, I want to keep some confidentiality to it, but with the new package design, you want to add a couple of changes of covers, a couple of changes of profile banners, because you can put call to actions here, and a couple of changes to your thumbnails here. So just saying, there's a whole strategy behind it. So what do you guys think? That answered that question. Now you guys, I came live because I want to show you exactly how easy it is. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my page. And Maria, do you feel like giving away something right now?
Okay.
All right, guys.
We're not selling anything, and you want me to give away something?
I do, my friend. I know, but I love to push you to your limit. Guys, I'm just going to leave this page here, and I want you guys to look very carefully. It's actually on a slide later, but I figured, you know, how apropos, since we are here, I will just, you know, negate that slide. Okay, guys, there's something on this page right now that is an opportunity. If the first person who gets it wins a $25 Fiverr coupon.
Cool.
Maria, I know you have no idea what I'm talking about, right?
Would you ask what was the question for them to win?
There is an opportunity on this page right now that they can use as they scan through any niche after the 30th when people's pages change, that they can use to make money. And if nobody gets, you know, I'm going to open up and look at the questions.
You're going to have to, baby.
Yeah, because Maria's like, I have no idea what the answer is on that one. I'm not an organizer, so you got to help me out.
You're not an organizer?
Yeah, you guys don't like me. Am I?
Yeah.
I can't see the questions. Okay, view. Oh, that's right. I got to click the questions. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha.
You have a ton. We have hundreds on the call. You're going to have a hard time finding the correct answer.
Okay, you know what? Then, yeah, because I'm still not getting the questions here. Why am I not seeing them? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Questions, let me get them here. Oh, there they are. All right, guys, let me take a peek and let me see if I can see the right answer. And Maria, I'm going to put in the chat what the right answer is.
Okay. All right. Trish, you're going to have to help me here. Unmute yourself, Trish, sexy voice, because you're going to have to announce the winner. Trish? See, aren't you glad we didn't give away a $120 bottle of Veuve Clicquot champagne?
All right. Yeah, you know what? A couple of them got it. I'm looking at the first one, and I'm seeing Jeannie, but I don't know if anybody, yeah. You know, Trish, whoever that was the first one to say the do-it-yourself icon was the winner. So, guys, we'll tell you, Trish will find who that was. But this is your ticket to money, guys. Do you see that right here? This is the old static FBML, and I never even filled it in. Watch as this page grows. But remember I talked to you about it before? Whenever you go on, after the 30th, when everybody's pages have changed, you're going to see people, all you got to do is go here, you're going to click, you're going to see all the 12 thumbnails that they have available. If you see this arrow on any one of your pages and it's going somewhere, you need to contact that business owner immediately. Here's the reason why. As far as I know, the dates, if they have a welcome tab set up like this, and I have seen so many, and it will take too much time for me to get together and show you all of them, but I can show you example after example after example. Gina, who works with me, we were going through this today, looking at them, how many of them are out there, and people don't realize a secondary issue to the Facebook timelines changing is the fact that they are going to be completely getting rid of the old FBML tabs. So any businesses that have not taken advantage to upgrading to the iframes, which was back in April, and are still utilizing FBML, all I can tell you, outside of saying screwed, is that opportunity knocks for you. Does that make sense, Maria?
Absolutely. That's awesome,
Because
actually. That's a
when
huge
you
opportunity.
see that, yeah, that is a huge opportunity. It's something that after April 1st, you are going to want to look for. For those of you who are out there going through Facebook pages to look for business opportunities, that is one that you're going to want to look for. Because when, I can't go back to it now, I'd have to go back to the slides, but if you remember, I told you to go look at that little arrow, hyphen arrow thing. If you see that on a page now that has not been upgraded to a timeline cover, grab those people immediately. And you know, you don't want to scare them like we did with the bloodbath, but it is. They're up the creek. This is their business. They're investing in their business. And when you see that on their new timeline cover, or you see something like we just looked at, something like this, or let me, I could probably show you a page I haven't upgraded yet. Let's look at Chia. We haven't upgraded them yet. This is a client of mine. We have not upgraded them yet. We're in the process of having new imagery done. So you see this is the old image.
Hey, Tina.
Yep.
Can I stop you for a sec, Tina?
Absolutely.
The reason you haven't upgraded them yet is because you're also doing a strategic blueprinting session with her first, because everyone, let me just point this out, that don't just go take action and go do all these things to someone's Facebook page without knowing what the true objective of why they're on Facebook in the first place. So, and I know personally you said you were doing some strategy sessions with your clients.
Yes, for those of us, I think I believe that for our Black Label students, we are going to be doing this blueprint live for her because she's got some business model changes. So, like the page, I don't know why it keeps doing that. I sometimes unlike my pages depending on what I'm doing with them. But as you see, this is the old structure. We've been playing with it. We're going to be doing a new blueprinting session for her. And moving forward, for those of you, you look at this, April 30th, or March 30th, I'm sorry, if she did not have me and Maria and our team, this is what she'd be looking at. This is what her market would be looking at. How many of you are scared and would click away or not engaged or impressed? And if she sent you to this page right now, Chia Bia USA, you'd like say, wow, cool, so not. Maria, what's the Q&A look like? Would they walk away from this page right now? Not interesting, exactly. Bye-bye.
Let me open it up.
Walk away, duh, unimpressive. Okay, so how many of you guys see opportunity? Click, 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 knock it. Absolutely. It's broken, exactly. Whoever said that it's broken, because I don't have the whole Q&A up. Yeah, baby, absolutely. So all you guys have to do out there is start, I don't want to say it exactly as I mean it. Start trolling pages, guys. There is money to be had on Facebook. So if all of you who are thinking this is a crazy bloodbath, and oh my God, everything's going to be horrible, this is going to be so much work for me, you're nuts. This is opportunity. You have so much opportunity. Every single solitary one of you out there, look at all the things that you could charge for. A new cover, there's not even one here. A new profile banner, new apps, everything. Here, right here, I'm looking at, you know, if this wasn't already current client of mine, oh, wait, current client of mine, Maria, do you know something about CPC?
Yes, I sure do.
Could you explain?
Yes, the CPC stands for our Consulting Profit Chain Methodology, where typically when you first go in and do a strategic session for a potential prospect or an existing client, say it's for $1,000 or more, you easily, with what you show in the marketing blueprint for them, it easily turns into a $10,000 engagement or even more because of the nature of the blueprinting process.
Exactly. This gives you a reason to have a conversation with your current clients. For those of you who are in consulting, conversations create conversions, period. Whether it's for a new client or an existing client, whether you're talking about a business that has existing database or is looking for new people. Conversations create conversions, period. So in this case, if this particular person wasn't already someone that I have, and full disclosure, I have a joint venture with her, so I have a vested interest in upgrading this, but we are doing a brand new blueprinting session with her for this. This would be at least a $5,000, if not more, increase in her current status with me as a consultant. So for all of you, yes?
I think you should address this because I think it's kind of an interesting question, and it's so important about, again, strategy and when you're going to roll something out. Paola is asking, just curious, how much did Chia Via pay you to get only 19 friends? I'm new to this, and if I charge someone
19
1,290,
friends. Oh, goodness, no, my friend.
yeah,
This
that's
is
why I thought I'd
This is
bring that
19
up.
friends that are friends with Chia Bia and myself.
Yeah.
They have 201 likes, and it's very strategic, and we also have, 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 8 other Chia Bia sites that feed in and are a feeder site to the main one. So, and this is relatively new campaign that we're working on. So no, if you look here, there's 201 fans, and they're very specific to a geo-targeted location right now. What this means right here, and this is a great question, that was a great question, because this is why when I told you at the beginning, your head's going to spin off, and you're going to have information overload, and your head's going to explode, and Maria and I don't have insurance for that, sorry. So because all of these things are amazing things that we need to talk about. All of the people, Cheryl Lindsay, Gretchen, who has worked with me in the past, Sally, who's one of our students, Stephen, who is probably on this call right now, Zeno, working with at Tampa Bay, Joseph, John Collins, one of our favorite, and 10 other people are not only friends of Chia Bia, but are friends of me personally because I am an admin on this. So when you see this box here, that is people who connect with you, and you can only see that when you are an admin on it. So hopefully, a little digress there, but that gives you about a little bit of the gamut of how much has changed in Facebook and how much there is still to utilize for our own benefit. Maria, does that make sense?
Absolutely. No, fantastic.
Okay. Cool beans, guys. All right, so I'm going to, let's see, was I paused? So I'm going to pause the screen for a sec, guys.
Well, you know, and we've got a lot of questions here that I know we wouldn't possibly answer unless we wanted to stay on here for 2 days running, seriously, because we have hundreds on the call. But I want to also comment on what Brad Harmon said. And Brad, welcome. I know you've been with us for quite a while, and I know you left a comment on our Good Karma blog already saying, I was in one of your first challenges 3 years ago, looking forward to another. So awesome. Brad's saying, I love how recommendations show up in the new timeline. Great social
Isn't that
proof.
great? Yes, I love that, Brad, too. You know, I don't want to, like I said, if we were to go into everything, we could be here for 4 hours. But utilizing those, teaching the strategy is one thing. Teaching the strategy and how it can be used in real life is another. And that's where our challenges come in, because they really not only show you what the strategy is and walk away, but they put it into action. So that is absolutely, Brad, something that we will cover. Now, let's talk about rules of engagement. Maria, do you see my, I got screen, do you see rules of engagement?
I see rules of engagement. Awesome.
All right, guys, again, head explosion time, but there are actually three things. These 2 things are the things that I've been seeing people having some fun with, okay? But the third one is one that I see as monumental. And we haven't even done it. And some of the things I haven't done on myself, Maria's, and some of our personal pages yet, because we're going to be launching them during the challenge. But pinning your posts. When you see that little flag right there, and I'm going to show you how to do it, it's called pinning your post. You can stay on top of the page, so whatever post you put up can stay on top of your page for 7 days. Cool strategy. We'll talk a little bit more about that. And then the secondary thing is highlighting your post, where you can highlight it and you can actually change it up with that little star, and what it does is it kind of makes your post big. It takes a full screen. These are 2 rules of engagement, ways to engage your audience. Build community around your business. Your community will build your business around you, and connecting with your audience. Pinning, highlighting are 2 things that will help bring front and center your calls to action. Your content creation, the things that you want to engage, involve, and inform and educate your audience with, utilizing pinning. Now remember, you can't kind of do them together, but pinning makes a particular post. Like in this instant, I just randomly pinned my old profile up there, and because I wanted you to see the difference. Do you see, this is the first one that one of my staff came up with. Real basic, I mean, not bad. I mean, not the best picture. Does your market know you, like you, trust you before they buy from you? But see how everything is right side oriented, so it would be under the like button. But what does that say? Like about nothing? and I thought it was a little boring. I wanted you to see both. That's why I pinned this, because I wanted you to see the difference between a better cover and a maybe not so hot cover. So this would have been a not so hot cover, as opposed to this one that with Maria and myself, with the Rolls-Royce, shows our brand and our lifestyles and our logos. So just comparison here, highlighting creates this image and it makes it full screen. It brings it to the full, I have to look at the dimensions because I'm not a good numbers person, but it brings you the full length, and I believe it's 810 or 843. So when you highlight your post, it makes the entire thing big. So that's the first thing people see when they get there. And we're going to take a look at that. Now my favorite, however, is this one, milestones. You'll see, I'm going to show you how to do a milestone, but you can create an event. You can choose photos and upload them, and you can create an event and put it on your timeline and tell a story. Not only can you tell a story, but you can put calls to actions and links of the yin-yang in here. Now, what's interesting about this, and I'm just going to give you a little example, Maria and I launched our Black Label program. So just imagine this. If on our milestones, on our new Keep It Real Media Facebook page, we were to have event, launch of the Black Label program, where you can put whatever we want, the date and the month, and our story would be telling the story of how our Black Label program got launched, the links of how people get it, see the webinars on it, and here we chose photos of our Black Label, of our product, or whatever would draw them in. For those of you who are thinking,
awesome.
For those of you who are thinking that milestones can only be used, as in the example I'm going to show you in the Chamber of Commerce, wrong. Milestones can be used for any event in your business, in your life, in your marketing, in your client's marketing, a new store opening, a new product being launched, a new special or discount. These are tools not only you can bring up, but then you can highlight and pin. I don't know, Maria, what do you think?
Well, that's huge. And actually, Julie's asking a question. Are milestones like events?
Sort of, kind of, not really. But okay. You know what I'm going to do is you guys ready to go back live again?
Let's do it.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so let's go here. And let's see if I can bring you back. First, I'm going to bring you to, let's go to my page, and we'll show you some tagging lists. And sorry, guys, because we are live, you know, and I do want to make sure that we show you things live, you may not see it as well, and it may be a little bit more timely for you, but we want to make sure you get the most out of this. And again, I haven't developed my page completely because we're going to be showing you that live. All right, let me go live here. And let's show you some examples. Again, here you'll see that I'm showing my admin panel. And this is something we're going to talk about in the next level. I'll talk briefly about building your audience and how you can manage. But I'm going to hide that right now. And let's look at highlighting and pinning. As you can see here, I have pinned this like you just saw in the example. All you have to do is hover over the right side and pinning. The advantages of pinning, client has a 7-day soup special. You have an image. You pin it so that it remains on the top of the timeline here, and you can remove it. Unpin from the top, and it's gone. And that keeps it up there for 7 days. So highlighting. My image, I want to highlight it. That's the stars here, as opposed to here where we're in the edit. Pin to top, we got the star. Now, as you can see, that brought, oops, sorry guys, popped out of that. That brought that particular image full screen. So this is showing my image. It's highlighted, and it will show that when people come to my page, as they scroll down, oops, sorry, got too many screens open here. See how they'll see that full screen? Maria, can you imagine that if I highlighted a coupon, because highlighting a post has nothing to do with calls to action. It just happens that this is my image of my cover here. But could you imagine if this was like, come to Joe's Pizza, scan this coupon for $10 off a $50 order or more?
Oh,
And it was highlighted and it was the first thing that they saw?
oh, that'd be awesome.
What do you think, Maria? Does that work for you?
Yeah, yeah. I love
All right. So, guys, again, I said we were going to stay high level, and I'm probably touching on it, and probably you guys are going to say, oh, wait, stop. You got about 57,000 more questions on that. But I'm going to keep it I'm going to keep it high level, and I'm just going to, show you where you can go with that. Okay. So here's highlighting pinning, but I really wanted to show you how, because we will talk about, don't get scared at my desktop.
Woohoo.
I know, were you guys scared? I want to show you the Hackensack Chamber and how we use milestones. This is what I showed you previously and how easy it is to put a milestone in. All you need to do is, for yourself or any of your clients, you go here to your status updates, here wherever your sharing opportunities are, milestones, and this is where you add it.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy, but look here, founded, and I can actually, if I go here, I can edit it and I can drag it back up, because do you see here how this is on the timeline? I can drive people to this timeline. And this is a particular event when the chamber happened to have been, founded. But could you imagine if you're working for a business and they have an event? They're working for a car dealership and they're having a weekend event, and you make it a milestone. You add pictures to it, and then you bring them back to it by grabbing the link to the milestones. How incredibly monumental could that be? Maria, what do you think? Again, high level, just a strategy, but isn't that amazing?
Oh, I think it's fantastic. Oh, yeah.
Now, could you imagine in that milestone if you were to put a QR code or a text message and you brought it back up so that it was front and center on your timeline using some of the strategies that we'll be talking about?
No, I love that integration of Facebook with mobile. It's everyone in the Q&A here just saying, oh my God.
I'm not looking at it, guys. I'm not looking at it because it'll distract me.
Yeah,
but
that's okay.
Just saying that's just one step. It's the tiny tip of the iceberg. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you back and let's talk next level, because we're just getting after now. I don't want to keep you guys here forever. Again, I apologize. We had talked at the beginning about the fact that this was going to be a lot of high-level strategies because I didn't want any brain explosions, but let's talk about how we're going to take this to the next level. And this is, again, some basics, and then we'll go live. Okay. Got my screen? Maria, you got the PowerPoint?
You want me to take PowerPoint?
No.
Oh, yeah, I see your PowerPoint.
Okay. All right, so here's some things, guys. Yep. Using the About section, you guys, we talked about that. Put in your call section. We saw several major brands not using the About section properly. As far as I'm concerned, the same thing on YouTube. You could have put that call to action, that link right up front. I did it a little bit more strategically with giving my little community building quote and then putting it there, still above the fold. The new admin panel rocks. You saw some brief images of that, how you can see your insights. You can see how to build your audience and do some fun things for that. Another cool function about Facebook pages, for those of you who happen to be with us as offline consultants, you can have a new messaging feature. Users can actually initiate messages. Admins can't initiate the message, but users can. So what you can do with that, the messaging feature was never available before in business pages. So if somebody had a problem or a question or an issue, think about this from a customer service perspective. And remember, Maria and I always take you to the next level on where you can move your business and increase your profits. From a customer perspective, if you were to be utilizing your list or your page and say, hey, as a user, initiate a message to me if you have questions about the shoe size, the product, the services, the blah, 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 whatever, you're going to get an exact availability to talk to that person, to develop a conversation. Conversations create conversions. So truth to me, I live in a lemonade world, so a user were to use that messaging feature, talk about brand management, and they were to connect with me because I taught them through my page, putting the right information on the page to drive them to use this. They were to contact me because they were a little pissed off about something. And I would say, hey, you know, dude, no worries. I got you covered. Here's either a refund or how about I get you into a new product. What happens, Maria, how many times when we have connected with a person that was a little annoyed because they maybe didn't get the right response the right way and they're so used to everybody else being jerks to them, what does that usually end up in?
Sorry, if someone's annoyed, we dismiss
If
them.
somebody's, no, we don't do, no, if somebody's annoyed and we help them out, you dismiss them. Thank God my friend Trish takes care of our customer service and not you. But
Sorry.
when we actually engage in conversation, you need to drink some more wine, dude.
When we actually engage,
I will drink for you. When we engage in conversation, I have done this myself. I've picked up the phone and I've called some of our students and been like, hey, what are you complaining about? How can I help you? And they were freaked out. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe you're calling me. Using this new messaging feature for brand management, you can actually get your students, your clients, your buyers to connect with you privately, and you can engage in conversation with them. So if they've had an issue, a problem, a question, if you're engaging with them personally, Maria, does that end up in, if I say cha-ching, does that help you?
Yeah, when you say cha-ching, it helps me absolutely.
Okay, so private conversations, how does that end? What's the end of the story?
The end of the story is that I remember earlier today I made a fantastic PowerPoint presentation for Tina, and I called it TITS, Tina's Informative Tidbits. And on it was, this is a real statistic, 42% of top-ranked websites took longer than 5 days, to reply to customer emails or never replied at all. And there's a great quote from Tina, you can use social sites to significantly improve your customer service and profits. There.
All right. So the possibilities are endless. So guys, you know, in a roundabout way, this new messaging feature rocks the house. It is a way to engage your people and get customer service and get more interactions because people can get that personal touch. They're just not banging on your wall. They're able to connect with you. So I find that to be an amazing new feature. So here, let me look here. This we already gave, whoever got that prize, this is where I was going with this, guys. Here's a timeline. We have good imagery here. We're drawing the eye to our like button. And then check this out. What does this mean for you? This is where I was telling you that you can opportunity. We're going to pop into the admin panel and take a peek at this. And this is how you can use your About page better. Now, guys, again, I can't tell you enough how much there is to give in this and how much there is to teach. So I hope we haven't overwhelmed you. But if you go to keepitrealdeals.co /FB cheat sheet, I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to get. The amazing Gina created this for you. It is a cheat sheet because in surveying people, the images, because many of you have no idea on doing the images, you're usually either hiring a graphics person or going to Fiverr, and they're not always educated in what the dimensions should be. Even Andy, who I love, is one of the guys that we work with. Today I had to send him back the exact cover images so that he could make that image the right size. This tells you, like that timeline milestone image, you want to make sure when you're creating that it's created to the proper width. Your application icons, everything. This tells you everything that you need here. And we have a little diagram for you. I'm not looking at the questions, but you guys, this is great for you. Do you like
Trish,
it?
can you put, hold on, Tina, one sec. Trish, can you put the URL to everyone, the entire audience, so they can click on it? That'll be probably a little bit easier for them to see it. And, you know, just like amazing comments again, Tina. I mean, Jerome saying everything you're doing rocks the house, and Susan had a fantastic comment as well, and I'm looking for another one. Donna said something really funny. Donna Lamb, Tina's just got to stop talking now. My cheeks are hurting. Every time something new is, she says, every time something new is shared, my aha smile spreads across my face. Stop please.
Stop, please. Well, I told you that, guys, at the very beginning.
Let me finish. She says, no time to sip the red sitting by my elbow. Bring on the fire hose, April 17th.
I'll sip for you. I'll sip for you.
And Susan says, you two are simply wonderful. I am so tired of the male gurus who don't seem to relate. I love the laughter. Thanks for a great webinar. I will have to watch the replay several times as hubby kept interrupting me. I'm like, who are those crazy girls in a toga?
Who are those girls in that toga? So guys, you know what? I'm just going to bring you here next, and I'll show my screen here. Let me go back from slide. And here's where we want you to go. As I told you, we're not selling anything today. What we'd like you to do is go to the ultimatesocialchallenge.com/good karma, and we are the best picture, Maria, I tried. But good, I wasn't good with the snagging thing, and I got bored of it out. But Good Karma special offer. We're giving out 25 review copies of our social media challenge, our ultimate social challenge, and we want you guys to have it. We want you to have the cheat sheet, and during this challenge, we are going to be doing many, many things. We are going to dig deep into some of those things that I'm going to give you guys a choice right now on whether you want me to go live and show you some more things, or if you want to just answer questions on what you've already seen. And trust me, when we do open this up, the Ultimate Social Challenge is not open yet. So you got to get in and you got to start, watching and make sure obviously you're on our list, but you got to watch for it when we do open it up. But we will be talking about all of these things. How WP Fan Pro, which you guys know, we love Jason and Will, is going to be integrating significantly into making those pages, those new apps, available. So not only do they create great apps, but they create amazing apps so that when we open up full screen, they'll be able to really drive your list building into action, and that's what we want. We'll be integrating social media as well, and we'll be integrating some other branding strategiges.
Sorry to
interrupt you. I don't know. I don't want to say any more. I mean, I don't know. I don't want heads exploding. No insurance.
Tina, sorry to interrupt you. Tina or Trish, we need your help. Hopefully she's still live on the webinar, because I know that it's getting late at night, but I think we've given out the wrong link for the Facebook cheat sheet, so I have no idea. Can I tell
you what it might be? I think she spelled cheat. I think she spelled it wrong. Try FB cheat sheets with SHEAT. I wasn't sure if she grabbed that to change.
I think she's just ticked off at us from the champagne expense and got off the webinar, because she has disappeared.
If not, guys, we will make sure that you have it. I'm on my other computer. Let me just check if it's KIR. Let me just get in here.
.co/FB cheat sheet.
Yeah, cheat sheet or cheat sheets. No, you know what? Can I tell you? Guys, I'm checking. I'm sorry. Again, we are not Memorex. We are live, guys, and we're real people, and I'm going to tell you, I know what it is, and I'm going to change it for you guys in 2 seconds. Cheats was spelled wrong.
Okay. Let me go into ERS redirects. Hopefully I remember the password. Sometimes Trish gets sneaky on us and changes the passwords on us, so I can't get in there either.
Help us, Trish. Help us. We want our cheat sheet.
She's just pissed off at us. She's still going on.
She's saying, you guys are idiots.
Angela, are you there?
Oh, they're getting it. Oh, they got it. Some of these guys got it. All right, guys, I got the Q&A open. All right, guys, here's your choice. What would you like to do right now? We have maybe another 10, 15 minutes. Would you like to answer questions on what you've already learned, or would you like to go and look at a few other changes in Facebook? Totally up to you. Good Karma's down? Okay, that's not right. Good Karma I have up. Maria, are you seeing Good Karma down?
I was just there and I was approving. No, Good Karma's up. Guys, you know what might be happening? Hit refresh. We have almost 1,000 people on this webinar live
yeah,
right
really,
now.
guys.
And I know we have a dedicated server for our sites here, but perhaps because everyone clicked at the same time, something was happening. But I just went to ultimatesocialchallenge.com/Good Karma, and I was able to get on. But I think there might be something going on, and maybe that's why Trish isn't answering us. She might be literally on the phone with who do we use? Hosting company again? HostGator. She might be on the phone with HostGator to find out what's going on.
You know what? I'm going to go live, guys, and let's just see. Well, just so that you guys know, let me share my screen. This
got
is
through on refresh, Joanne said. Thanks, Joanne. So everyone, hit refresh. If you got a server area, yeah, Carol says, I think we crashed the server. Yeah.
I think you guys, oh no, Maria, we're notorious for server crashing. I'm so sorry.
I just got a great ad copy for my emails tomorrow now.
Guys,
really
to crash the servers again.
Yeah.
Oh, holy scramoli,
yeah.
server crashing. Yeah, because this is Dimension cheat sheet, and I won't go with success. Success. You guys know that I love success.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that Keep It Real deals. Let me put it on this one. The Facebook page is here. And let me go here to Good Karma is up for me, guys.
Yeah, they have to refresh. I think the server crashed with, like, again, we have like almost 1,000 people on this webinar, so if everyone clicks at the same time. Kevin Morgan saying, holy scramoli, such language. And it works now, David says. Thanks, David. So just hit refresh, everyone. Both the kirdeals.co/FB cheat sheet and the Good Karma. Now, that was my hair after that bottle of wine with Tina.
So, your hair look good. There we go.
Bad hair day. So.
Oh, see, guys, now I just got it, too. Ooh.
Yeah, and there's bloopers in that video at Good Karma, so guys, laugh at the bloopers, okay?
Yeah, they bounced me to an internal server too, Maria. So yeah, guys, see what happens when you give good.
Oh my God!
Finish my statement, guys. Give good content. Give good karma. All right,
hey,
guys.
Trish,
So here's the
Trish,
Facebook
I think
page.
it's back. Trish, can we hear your lovely voice? Can you unmute yourself? Just let us know what's happening. I think the I think we crashed the servers.
All right, guys. Well, no worries. Listen, guys, we're going to get it to you.
Oh, wait, hold on. We heard the sexy voice. Yes, Trish.
I'm looking.
Hi,
Trish,
sexy
did we
voice.
break it again?
Yeah, you guys, thanks.
We broke it. Sorry, guys. Well, no worries, guys. You guys are going to get everything that we have. So I hope you enjoyed the webinar. I'm going to look at the Q&A now, and let's pop back on over. You know what I'll do is I'll bring them back to this page so that they can see what they're getting, and I'll look at the questions. Let me see, while they're doing it, let's see if I can answer some questions here. Maria, was there any questions that you saw pertinent that you're like, you got to answer this, baby?
Well, sorry, it's funny. Yeah, Trisha's saying it's weird. She's kind of chatting with me on the server errors. There were a lot of questions.
Sai has got a good point here. Facebook is swerving to more social acceptance. So guys, what we're actually telling you right now is that imagery, and as you've heard Maria and I talk about for years now, know, like, trust. Knowability, likability, trustability creates credibility and profitability, and more important, shareability. You'll see going forward, and we'll talk about this in the social challenge, the importance of the shareability factor on the type of content you're creating and how that develops in the shareability factor. So, Sai, you couldn't have said it better. Facebook will swerve to be more socially acceptable because people want to connect. They want to know that other people are using services and they know, like, and trust them. So that's the premise of our business, that KLT factor, and you can develop that not only on Facebook, but utilizing these strategies to YouTube, to Twitter, to Pinterest, and to mobile marketing. You guys are going to rock the house.
Hey, Tina, who's the winner? That's actually was a common question. Who won the $25
I don't know. I left that up to my friend Trish. You know what? Trish, why don't you give out 3 of them? Pick anybody who said DIY.
Trish, want to unmute yourself and say who the winners are? Or we just want to hear your sexy voice again. Scott just gave us a really good idea. He says, could you imagine a morning radio show with Maria and Tina? Oh, my God, it would be a blast. That would be.
I don't know if you want it in the morning. You might want it in mid-afternoon when we don't scare people. All right, so I'm going to go through these questions. Go ahead. You got questions, Maria?
Yeah, Hager's saying, speak to me, Trish. Trish. Lovely Trish. Trish, where art thou?
Tim H is asking, I thought pages need to be built on iframes or WordPress. Can you build these new pages with FB without WordPress? Tim, absolutely. That iframe came into effect in like April. We personally use Jason and Wilson's WP Fan Pro. That is our product of choice because that is my personal preference. But yes, they absolutely need to be built on iframes. That's why that opportunity knock is there, because people are utilizing the old FBML still. And as far as I know, and I'd have to really look at the developers forum again, but I believe June 1st, all iframes are going to be gone. So you're going to be up the creek without a paddle, dude, if you have that, and better yet, any business that has that is going to be begging for you to help them. Ooh, wait, begging to pay you money. Not a bad thing, eh? What do you think, Maria? No, Jim, static HTML pages, no, you got to use iframe. They're moving all towards that. Tina asked way back about an opportunity on the page that I answered those icons for interactions with your audience. Bambi, I'm reading your question, and I'm not 100% sure what the question is. If you wouldn't mind putting it in, that would be great. And Cy, the MET formula, the TBK formula, and some of Maria and I's other formulas. And Maria, I'm thinking Cy saying that we should also copyright the TIT formula. Are you guys still there?
That is so, I'm still here. Don't worry, we didn't leave you. That is hilarious. Copyright the TIT formula.
Yes, we should. Yes, the MET formula. Cy, when we're putting this all together, and when we go into the challenge together, we're going to talk about putting the objective together, the MET formula, and knowing your target audience, your benefits, your keywords.
Scott Stiles, one of our Black Label delegates, says TinaVonTitstudent.com.
Oh my gracious, it's never ending, guys.
Wait,
never
hey,
ending.
There's an important Facebook question. Wait. A Facebook alert. I have an important Facebook question. I forget who asked it.
All right, drink away. Thank you.
No. It's scrolling down so fast here, but it's a really good question. Hey, Rick says,
I only get 1,000 people on these webinars. Don't you guys have anything better to do?
I know. Rick says, hey, where can one put an opt-in page on that Facebook page?
Truthfully, what's amazing about that is the way the apps work, and this is something, just to move you to the challenge, is we're going to be talking in depth about on how to do list building through Facebook and utilizing those thumbnails, how to use that profile image, and how to use the highlighting and pinning features, and my favorite, the milestone, to really build lists through Facebook. There's a lot of strategies and wraparound that you can use, but yes, we will address that. But again, we've been on for, God, we're getting close to 2 hours now. But we will address that. But the opportunity is there. The list building, the opt-ins, the couponing, the mobile marketing are all available. And the way they've restructured the tabs, I know many people are freaking out and like, oh my God, we don't have a default tab, and everybody looks at the sour limes, and instead of the happy lemons that you can add a little sugar, water, and vodka and be happy with, guys, Lemonade World, this is what you want to do, and you want to utilize the tools that they've put in place. And to build lists, Facebook has made it so much easier for you. We are too funny. Yeah, we are funny. I crack me up.
Is this recorded? Yes, it is recorded, Donna, and we will send out, guys, why don't we just make this announcement, or Tina, since you on the
Beth, wait, stop. Beth Hawkins, here is a great question. Beth,
okay.
The integration with mobile, you're going to see change very soon, and what's amazing is because of the imagery that they're adding, the mobile integration is going to rock. So definitely we want to watch that, and you want to be able to utilize that imagery to make your mobile marketing strategies very effective and efficient. So combining your Facebook pages, although Facebook is still limited with your mobile integration, utilization of images with calls to action will be rocking it with the mobile. Again, we use WP Mobile Pro, but the way the two of them will integrate will be great going forward. And I know Facebook is moving more towards mobile, and they're going to be integrating even more effectively and efficiently so that businesses have the opportunity to bring people from their mobile devices to their Facebook pages. It's a circuit, my friend.
And Beverly's asked a great question. Possibly embed a video inside of an app that uses a CTA?
Possibly.
Mm.
I think that might.
I
think that might work. Oh my God!
Hey Tina, can you do me a huge favor?
I can.
You know, because some people might miss out A, where the replay is, or B, these downloads, because even though we have a dedicated server, and Trisha's going to kick HostGator's butt tomorrow on that. Can you just open up Word or PowerPoint you can type in? Why don't we type in our support email? Because any one of you who are still on the call, and my goodness, the majority of you stay on this call. We still have
I'm so sorry that you guys.
I want you to give you guys a site or email that you could contact if tomorrow you don't have the replay or you don't still have those PDFs. Trish, so we don't make you get mad at me and Tina, because payback is bad, where do you want them to go to? Our help desk or an email to support? Trish, if you could unmute your sexy voice.
Oh, Maria. Let's just send him to the help desk. It's easiest.
All right, so Trish, tell me where to go.
It's
Don't really tell me where to go. I have peeps for you, Trish.
How do you mean that?
I'm sending you lots of peeps, so tell me where to go in a nice way.
Okay. www.mariagadelis.com. www.mariagadelis.com.
Who is that?
No, it's Maria Gadelis Help.
Yeah, it's MariaGadelisHelp.com. Yeah.
Maria?
What do I know?
Gadelis?
Yeah.
Help. I'll type it in.
Help.com. All right, guys. MariaGadelisHelp.com. We can help you.
And everyone, when GoToWebinar sends out the automated emails tomorrow about thanks for being on the webinar, Trish is already included in there where the replay is going to be. But if you want to write it down right now, can you keep typing there, Tina? I love telling Tina to type. Tina's typing.
Tina's integrated typing.
Type in www.keepitrealdeals.com.
KeepItRealDeals.com.
/FB timeline. By tomorrow, folks, the replay of this very webinar will be there. So write that down.
Guys.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So, here's the thing, is a lot of what we told you, I didn't have it in the PowerPoint slides. We will give you access to the PowerPoint slides as well. I designed them so that they gave enough information to keep you rocking, but there was a lot of stuff in there that is a little proprietary. So I hope you guys understand that some of the little strategies that I tagged in there were proprietary and were things that we are going to be teaching you in the Ultimate Social Challenge and taking to a higher level. So confidentially, you guys are part of our community. We share these things with you because we love you and we know that, we want you to be successful. So hopefully you wrote down a few of those strategies, like the little red box strategy, the couple of things there, and know that we're going to support you and we're going to add more to this and we're going to continue to stack value. Sound good, Maria?
That's awesome, and there's a lot of people that still want to know who the 3 winners were. So I see, Trish, can you announce who the 3 winners are so that they know that we really will give away these gift certificates and not just go spend it on champagne?
Yeah, we're going to be able to spend that $75 on champagne.
Go ahead,
sorry,
Trish.
guys, the bottle was like triple that.
Trish, who were the 3 that won?
Okay, we have Brad Schultz, Brian Pinsky, and Brad Harmon.
Isn't Trish amazing how she can figure that out?
How are they all B's? Is that the B cup for Tina?
Priority. Oh my goodness. So let me ask you a question, guys. Did you get value out of this webinar? Did you learn something that you didn't know before? Please let me know if you did. And if you didn't, I'll be calling you. So make sure to add your phone number.
And Tina will be back. Anyway.
All right, thank God we got a lot of yeses and no phone numbers.
Tina, why don't you do this? Type in, if you don't mind, the other 2
URLs.
URLs.
There's a phone number. Trish, grab that phone number for me.
You want Trish's phone number?
No, whoever put their phone number in there. I was like,
oh, okay. Can you type in ultimatesocialchallenge.com /good karma?
Oh, yes, sir.
Because what we can do, we might go off air and hit mute, but maybe we'll just leave the screen up for the next 5 minutes because I know some folks might want to write these down. If even though we're paying like whatever, 150, 200 bucks a month for a dedicated server looks like it sucks because we crashed it today. Alicia says, if school teachers were like you, no one would drop out. Thanks, Alicia. That's awesome.
Oh, really? Thank you.
Christine Gregory says, TIT, total informational, Tina. Hug, Maria.
Oh, wait, Bruce. Bruce gave me his phone number and said for a good time call. Okay. Guys, we have so much more on this. Guys, I just, you know, because I can't resist. Let me show you my screen, and I'm going to get this out of here. Let me show you some of the cool stuff because I can't resist in the admin panel here. Building audience, can I tell you, using this alone, you can use some really cool strategies in this. And inside, and when you get to edit pages, and the things you can do inside of the new, the way the new admin panel rocks, and then the insights, the way you can utilize your insights. We're going to talk about that in the challenge because testing and tweaking is some things that people miss, but look at these stats. And the way you can use that is amazing. And one of the cool strategies is, and I'm just adding this at the end, I know you guys have been here a long time, but these stats you can actually see on other people's pages. They're public. Can you imagine, just imagine having access to your competition stats? Facebook gives you that. Just saying. So what do you think about that, Maria? Pretty good deal, eh?
I've got you speaking Canadian, eh? Absolutely.
Eh?
Eh? Yeah, I love it. Oh my, public stats, Mark says. Christine Gregory says, ah.
Ah, a little tidbit I was going to throw in later, but you know what? I just wanted to leave you guys with something to let you know we're not done. This is the tip of the iceberg, and we got you covered. We're going to be going through all of this, and we're going to make sure that you know how to use Facebook properly to rock the house for yourself and for your clients, because that's what we want for you. Success, satisfaction is the key to success. If not now, Maria?
When?
And we are all DNA coded for?
Greatness.
All right, guys. We're looking at the questions. We will make sure to answer them. Make sure you hit that Good Karma blog because we want to give you guys free access to the social challenge. We got nothing to sell right now. When we do, we'll let you know. Get the free stuff that we have, the cheat sheets and the PowerPoints and all of that, the source, so that you can read up on this. And go make today your best day. Make today your now.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Tina. And you know what, Tina,